I'm going to do the second key now with Barkeeper's Friend, and I'm just going to change my glove because that one messed up pretty bad. So the consistency of Barkeeper's Friend is significantly more watery, so I'm going to be very careful about, well, I guess I'll just use the product that just dropped off onto there. So here I am, and I'm just going to put that on there, and I probably want a little bit more. So again, the Barkeeper's Friend is very runny in terms of its consistency. You can see there it just plopped right out of the bottle. And so what I want to be able to show you is two options. I find Barkeeper's Friend, because it is a cleaning product that people use for their stainless steel, so we use it for our sinks, we use it for I guess any ceramics. Look, so I just putting all the product as one nice layer on top of it, and then just rubbing gently just to get it in all of the metal, and then just deeper so it can get in and do its work. So again, time lapse, I leave it on for a few minutes. I don't take it off right away, and I let it really do its work. And you see there, that crevice, you really want to get in there, because otherwise it'll stay dark in certain areas. And you know, that's okay too. It's a vintage lock. These are older locks, especially the one that I just showed you because it was made in France. And sometimes that you'll see is not even on the logo or on the lock itself. Okay, so I'm gonna leave on the gloves. There's no harm in doing that. But you can see right away, there is a significant difference when I use the Brasso and when I use the Barkeeper's Friend. And I am actually really impressed because, let me take a wipe. So those are just baby wipes. I use the Kirkland brand. I use them on all sorts of things. So I'm gonna show you, this is the Barkeeper's Friend, which again, let me close this because it kind of stinks. Barkeeper's Friend just smells like a Vim. I'm sure they're all kind of gross smelling, but not as offensive. I tend to get headaches when I use a lot of powerful cleaners. Okay, so you'll see there, Barkeeper's Friend, which is touted as a soft cleanser, removes rust, lime, stains, and tarnish. Keyword tarnish. Look, that is looking shiny and not like our before picture. And then here, this was our one that I used, Brasso, and she's still looking pretty dark. And that was with Brasso. So it might have been I didn't use enough elbow grease, but really if there's a product that you don't have to use too much elbow grease, I definitely would recommend it. So look at that. Wow, like night and day. Now let's get back to our lock. So here is our lock done in our Brasso product, the one that is my go-to. And you'll see that she might need another round. Her tarnish has definitely come off, so she's not as oxidized. She's much lighter, but she's not fully finished in terms of how I would be happy with her. Now, sometimes when I do the locks, depending on what bag it is that it goes on, and if the hardware is already cleaned up, sometimes I don't overly touch them, because they do say that some of the materials can actually, depending on which year the lock was made, can just rub off quite a bit, and you get a very faded looking lock. Now look how beautiful. Wow. So definitely something happened there when we used the Brasso on this, because she's quite dark still. So what I'm going to do now is, now that I've got a clean slate as far as the removal of all of the Brasso, I'm going to take again, so let's just use this so we don't make more mess on my beautiful kitchen table. So I've just dropped now on a wet, but no removal of the Brasso has fully happened. So now I'm going to take the Barkeeper's Friend and see if I can get this one lighter. So consider it second layer. And instead of using Brasso, because it was so dark, I'm just going to use, and I'm not talking because I want to make sure I get into every little, so that's the dark, how dark it was. And you can already see when I put the Barkeeper's Friend, she does her wonders. So I actually think for the moment, obviously I'll continue to use the Brasso because I have been using it for a long time, but I would probably, and you get a bigger bottle of Barkeeper's Friend and it's cheaper. I think you can get that at Home Depot here in Canada is where we picked it up. Or you can probably get it at any store that has a fairly good size cleaning section for your home. Okay, so yes, I'm definitely happier with Barkeeper's Friend, and probably because it is known, as it says on the packaging, for cleaning tarnish. And we use it in our home, so it would be something that you can just grab your bottle. If you do use it for stainless steel, again, we use it for ceramic. Okay, cool. So there it is. And I'm just gonna be frugal and use my same cloth that just has not the most product on it, just had a few pieces that we removed of the Barkeeper's Friend and then the Brasso. Okay, so that is much better. So now it looks like the twin. So both of those, oops, both of those look good, and this one looks good. So I'm happy with that, and that's how we clean a lock. So you can see there, a little bit of tarnish. I might just try to get that off. Of course, I'll use Barkeeper's Friend. Let me show it to you to the lock that I had on my story. So, wow. You see there, they go different golds, but this is definitely a nice gold without any more tarnish. And this is the lock that I showed you yesterday that is a combo lock. There you have it.